Hey, good day. I hope you're doing okay. I'm your host, the Collector, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing... Which video is this again? Is this the review video or... These are all orders from outside of the UK, and if you've received a package from abroad before, you know they'll have a bunch of documents, stickers, and all sorts around them, most being necessary to find your address. I took them off the boxes as I don't want to reveal myself to all 5 of you watching this. I'm not allowing any of you into my house. Yet. Alright, I wonder what items are in the box. I know exactly what items are in the boxes. I bought them. This figure was ordered from PlayAsia. You have to pay up front on this website, which on the one hand sucks because you're paying a bunch of money for something you won't see for a while. But on the other hand, when it does come out, you don't need to pay anything at all. Depending on how long you wait, you can think of it like getting a free package at your door randomly. I'm also still trying to get over the fact that I paid £40 extra because I thought I couldn't secure a pre-order on AmiAmi. Lucia Crimson Abyss 1/7 scale figure by Good Smile Arts Shanghai. Only one of the coolest characters in the game. And just looking at its appearance from the window, I can tell that they dedicated a lot of time into perfectly sculpting this lady. I'm going to give her her own dedicated video. Because she's worth it. The box has a nice black and red color scheme, which matches the character's color scheme. The red is primarily on the text, and the material they've used for it gives it this kind of shiny look, especially when it reflects light. It's quite pretty. But we're not here to talk about the box today. We're here to talk about the figure. Let me just quickly unbox her. Wow. Just wow. Look at this figure. All the way from the base to the top of the figure. It just blows me away. The sculpting on this is magnificent. Where do I even begin to start describing her? Her face is pretty much just like how it was in the prototype, and her face was modeled really well in the prototype. It's actually insane. The head looks great in pretty much every angle I put it in. The hair modeling and shading on her head, superb. Man, so many strands of her hair and I failed to spot any issues with them. The wrinkles on her jacket and scarf are very convincingly modeled. They did a great job with making the jacket look like it's flowing in the wind, just like how the hair is. Lovely stuff. Not only did they manage to pack in a lot of the tiny details that are part of her character design, but they made those details look pretty solid. The dog tags she wears, the strap on her leg, her Beats headphones, the marks on her legs. Ah man. Oh, and let's not forget that derriere, a staple of her character design for any cultured Punishing Grey Raven fan. And I have to say, they modeled it very nicely. Look at the 2 cheeks all day. I'd say the weakest part are these shoes. They didn't do a great job with the laces. The laces are kind of just stuck onto the shoe, like it's been molded there by heat or something. But the shoe itself is not too bad. Pretty simple, but not too bad. The figure itself is already amazing with its shading, sculpting, and its painting. But the base is also really awesome. This is probably one of the best bases I've seen on a figure. The fact that it's an angled base, it's so intriguing to me. I just love the debris look of it all. And the steel rods that are coming out too just adds extra realism to the whole debris look. I cannot recommend this to you more enough if you're a Punishing Grey Raven fan, or honestly just an anime figure fan in general. It's top tier. This is probably one of the best figures I've seen, and this is less than 100 quid. I'm still kind of peeved that I had to pay so much for delivery of this box. It apparently weighs more than 4,000 grams. I saw that at first and I thought that was way too heavy for what was inside. And you know what? I'm going to check for myself. So this is quite a heavy box, but considering what's inside, it does make sense, hence the high delivery.
Oh my god.
So some of you are probably saying, what the heck is that around the box? That, my friends, is bubble cushioning wrap packaging, an add-on to my purchase from Superbuy. Superbuy is a proxy service. A proxy service is a service in a different country from where you are, which allows you to buy items from that country, get it stored into their warehouse, and after you make all the necessary changes to the packaging, they send it to your location. It's great, especially for Chinese figures, since Chinese figures get inflated in price when sold on Japanese stores. But anyways, let's see what's actually inside this second box. This is the 1/7 scale figure of Ari from KDA by Apex Toys. Wow, what a box this is. And yeah, she's actually quite heavy. Most of the weight is probably taken by the really lovely looking tail at the back. The box design itself is pretty decent. I do quite admire the reflective strips at the bottom. A multicolor effect is shown when you move the box around in the lights, and it's really appealing. Now looking in from outside of the box, Ari herself looks pretty well detailed. She too will get a dedicated video, but yeah, I shall unbox her now. The figure is great and all, but the highlight is the tail. Goodness me, the design is incredibly well done. They gave each of the 9 tails this polygonal look, and it's just incredibly well done here. It's amazing how the tail goes from opaque cyan at the top to purple translucent at the ends. It is really distinctive. This really was not last minute work, at least doesn't look like it. Now yes, the tail is top notch, but we can't just skip over Ari herself, because she looks stunning. Apex did a great job with her figure, from the head all the way to the feet. Now admittedly, the hair doesn't have the best shading. It's not the most complicated hair I've seen before, but the sculpting of it is very well done. A bunch of seam lines here and there are very noticeable at the top, but hair looks pretty decent. I really like how it's spilling onto her chest, and I mean, her chest too is...
BT.
Her outfit is really nicely detailed too. The darkest areas have this really nice glossy finish on them. Yeah, I like it quite a bit. The material is also used for the leggings that she's wearing, and her heels are pretty well detailed. The gold elements of her attire have a nice shine to them. The heart that she's emitting from her hands is also crystalline. It's quite pretty. Her face modeling, very nice, very pretty woman, and the painting is very well done here. Overall, this is a top-notch figure, and I cannot recommend this more than I already am with how much I'm complimenting it. And it was a good price too. And that's everything for the whole video. Thanks for watching. What's that? 2 figures doesn't count as a haul. Well, guess what? It's more than 1, so it definitely counts as a haul. Also, guys, come on, there's only so much money I can spend every month. Please, just give this to me. Just give me this one.